Hey BraveHearts, welcome to Adri, Alberta, and I'm with Jason and Melissa, and this is Docstar TV, and guess what we're going to talk about? Okay, as you can tell the title, what if you had perfect circulation? Then you would have perfect health. Have you ever gone to the doctor and you had high blood pressure, you had low blood pressure, you had stiffness, you had swelling, you had inflammation, and you had pain? Any of those that I've said. And guess what? You know what aging is? It sucks to grow old. Okay? That is actually a circulatory problem. Understand something. You have a physical block of calcium, scar tissue, or crystallization. That's it. And that is every situation all the way from, okay, neuropathy, arthritis, sinusitis. How about this? Stage 1, 2, 3, 4 cancer, which we call stage 4 inflammation. And understand, if you had perfect circulation, you wouldn't have any pain, you wouldn't have any swelling, okay, you wouldn't have any stiffness, okay? How's that? Well, that's what we're talking about here today. Now, this is called a cardio med bed. This sells for anywhere from around $150,000 to $250,000. You used to be able to find them in all the hospitals. Do you know why they're not there anymore? Because guess what?
They work.
The cardiologists would go on strike. Why would they go on strike? Well, because understand something. You can have somebody come to you that has a block in their heart, and they're told they have to get stent put in or they have to have surgery, and it can be over a 90% blockage. And understand something, even in these hospitals where they don't do anything about diet, they do nothing about exercise, they do nothing about detoxification, which caused the problem in the first place, and they talk nothing about your emotions and how you need to get a hold of your emotions and stop dumping the adrenaline into your body, and that causes the domino effect of all of these things. They do nothing. And guess what? After anywhere from 35 to 40 hours, you can actually create with this cardio med bed a brand new set of arteries in your heart instead of going under the knife. Now understand something. Everything's about circulation, and Jason's going to talk about it. Maria's going to talk about it. Maria's the specialist that's been in the cardio med bed game for, I'm not sure, she'll tell you, I think it's been around 15 years. So understand, she knows what she's talking, and she's seen what happens with this. So understand, okay, we are New World practitioners. In between Wolf Non-Surgical, which is, we'll give you a money-back guarantee when you come to us, and it doesn't matter if they say you have to go to surgery. We'll prove to you that you don't have to go to surgery. Okay, surgery should be your last option, and you forgot your body will heal. So I'm going to let Marie talk to you about this, but understand something. Whether you're talking about stiff joints, neuropathy, whether you're talking about elimination problems, digestion problems, assimilation problems, heart problems, lung problems, what would happen if you could get a device, okay, that when you went on it, it would give you the most powerful workout in your life and you never even walked? Did you know when you do an hour of the cardio med bed, you can extend 3 hours onto your lifespan? And did you also know, I don't care if you go to the gym, I don't care if you go swimming, I don't care if you do boot camp workouts, you don't even have to get up off this bed because it's going to pump 60% of your flow, your blood flow, in between your heartbeats. And Marie's going to go and explain it better than I do. And when these cuffs, okay, there's 3 sets of them, when they contract, 60% of your blood flow is going to come up, and then it's going to go down, just like the waves come in and the waves go out. And it's going to contract in between your heartbeat. And when it contracts in between your heartbeat, understand something. It doesn't matter what the physical blocks are. I know it's hard to believe, but understand something. I want you to go to a website, and the website's called, okay, CellSonicWorld, okay, .com or CellSonicWorld.health, or you can go to Powerpack.com or Powerpack, okay, .health. And in there, you're going to see the CellSonic. Now look at, What if we had the most powerful body work? What if we had the best nutraceuticals, highest vibration? And what if you had a consultation from us and we gave you lifetime support? What if we were actually put you on something that would give you the most powerful circulatory device on the planet? And what if we were to actually use another device that's called the Cellsonic that's 25,000 volts? I'm going to tell you something right now. Miracles happen every day when you start using things that we call Powerpack.health. And understand something, the most powerful frequency, remember something, the Cellsonic gives a 25,000 volt, which means it has every frequency ever known to humankind that is in a positive light, okay? But we're talking about the cardio med bed today. And Marie, would you like to take it away?
Well, you've already said enough, but the cardio med bed is, as you've mentioned many times, the fountain of youth. And reason being is, again, to reiterate, circulation is everything. We start by circulating every bit of oxygenated blood throughout our body. And what ends up happening with this device is you are now improving the circulation of your blood flow, oxygenated, fresh oxygenated blood throughout all of your organs. And what ends up happening with that is once this wonderful oxygenated blood is pumped to the organs and to the extremities, to your brain, to the top of your head, to the bottom of your toes, you are going to have an ability to reduce inflammation. You're going to have an ability to, once you reduce that inflammation, heal those damaged parts of your body. And there is nothing better than this device to help you do that. There is nothing in that industry that can help you develop collateral passageways aside from possibly having stents or surgery. With this particular device, you are going to experience things that would take a long time of effort and exercise to accomplish. We said something about not having to go to the gym to work out to equal the workout that you get on this device. But there are people that use this device after the gym. There are athletes right now in many places that have these devices in their workout facilities. Football players, baseball players, they use this device post-workout. And what ends up happening is it restores their muscles back to pre-exercise state. Recovery time is much faster on this device than with exercise. So this specific cardio med bed is going to be a game changer in the health industry. There are so many benefits that come with this device, from everything from improving the quality of your skin, improving the functionality of your heart, your organs, and even as a therapy for restless leg, erectile dysfunction, early stages of dementia. Why early stages of dementia? Well, because you are getting now oxygenated blood to your brain. When you don't have oxygen in your brain, if you don't have oxygenated blood going to your brain, what happens? You get brain fog. And the more brain fog you get, the harder it is to concentrate and focus on many things. And then, of course, you deteriorate from there. We've had a medical study on long COVID. After patients have had COVID, they've had the brain fog, the shortness of breath, the disorientation. All of that has been, the med bed has been shown to improve all of that and recuperate much faster post-COVID. I was reading an article recently that said that there are so many illnesses that come about post-COVID. A lot of them having to do with circulation, and so one of the most important things they said, in order for you to maintain good health and to recover quickly from COVID, is to have an improved immune system. So again, you have great circulation, You have the ability to reduce inflammation. You have the ability to get that oxygenated blood to those areas of the body that are needing to heal post-trauma or post-stress. And you have an end result where you've got this device that's going to allow you to do all that and improve your health significantly.
Marie, what about cellulite? What about being overweight? What about varicose veins?
Oh goodness, that is probably the bonuses of doing this therapy, because the device, of course, simulates exercise. So people who use the device are, you're burning calories somewhat, but most importantly, when you use this device, you gain a significant amount of energy. And once you gain a significant amount of energy, what do you want to do? You want to go out, you want to walk, you want to move around.
You want to live. You want to live.
You want to live.
You want to use the bed some more.
A lot of people basically would rather sit on the couch and watch TV and binge on whatever program. Who wouldn't want to do that? But if you have that energy, you're not going to sit on the couch. You're going to move. You're going to say, oh, I feel like taking that walk in the neighborhood, and I feel like going to shopping or going out with friends. It gives you, it clears the mind, clears the brain fog, increases your energy, and changes your point of view on life. And yes, definitely, you will want to live, and you will want to live well. So yes, it does all of that and more, from alleviating that cellulite and jiggling it out of you, and the varicose veins, obviously, because of the circulation that you're increasing throughout your legs. Lots and lots of things, lots and lots of benefits from this device, the likes of which we are just beginning to explore. The reason we don't have a significant amount of feedback compared to how many years this device has been around is because cardiologists have only used it in their offices to do a backup person, maybe a backup to surgery. For example, I knew of a cardiologist who purchased the device himself to keep himself alive while he was waiting for a heart transplant. And so we never really got the feedback. So the cardiologists were using this device in their offices, so we never ever really got the feedback as to what was improving with the patient overall. And so little by little, some conscientious cardiologists started doing their own studies. One cardiologist realized that his post-stroke patient who came in a wheelchair and couldn't sign his name, post the cardiomed bed therapy, was able to walk out of the office with a cane, and he was able to sign his name on his exit papers, crying, by the way, because he couldn't believe that he had had this success with this device. So little by little, these cardiologists started reporting patients who had early stages of dementia. All of a sudden, these patients started improving, started having better, less memory loss.
And Marie, if I can say this, all of these cardiologists don't use diet, like a real live program that would bring your vibration up. They don't use detox, and they definitely don't use nutraceuticals, do they?
No, not at all. Not at all. They don't even suggest it. There are doctors that say, "Oh, you need to go on a diet, eat your vegetables, and cut the sugar and the carbs." Well, of course, that is not something that is easy to do. I find it very hard to discipline myself. I can't imagine a person who is overweight and obese trying to do that. So yes, the cardiologists are, and I will not discount cardiologists. They have a really challenging and difficult job. There are a lot of sick people out there, and there will be a lot of sick people who will not subscribe to anything other than what they're doing. They won't exercise, they won't change their lifestyle, they won't change their habits. And, it does start with that habit. But if you could have at least, we say, give it 2 weeks, 12 days of this therapy will be enough to get you going, to get you feeling better, to give you more energy. And then it's all downhill from there.
Yeah,
you'll
it's
addicted to it.
Giving yourself enough time to prove that the body still heals itself and it has not forgotten.
Exactly. Muscle memory. Exactly. And you're just helping it along with this device. So I would say that anyone who would like to try this device, give yourself that 2 weeks, and you will be so surprised how much of a change you will feel in your body. When you exercise and you work out really, really hard, and your heart is pumping really, really hard, and you're fatigued, and then after that, half hour after that, it feels so great. That adrenaline pumping, and you get this burst of energy, and this device does that, and it's a remarkable device that was invented in the 1950s by the Chinese, and no wonder it is still being used, because it is that good. It is really a worthwhile product in this industry.
And I think it's really important to say that those people that feel sluggish or feel like a slug are so stiff. If you want to get back into the game, this will do it. And everybody, if you go to powerpack.com, there are so many scientific studies, aren't there, Marie? Like there's tons of studies done on this. So if you want scientific data, go to powerpack.health, okay, and you're going to see it.
Exactly. And these are just the tip of the iceberg. There are people that are doing their own independent studies that are not publishing. You will discover there will be many things. Take notes of your patients. You will discover many different benefits that will occur. Using the device for erectile dysfunction was an accident. They figured that out by accident after 10, 15 sessions of the therapy. And the gentlemen were, all of a sudden very, very happy to see that they had some functionality again. So these things that we are discovering on this device is a discovery. And little by little, when we get these devices more into the holistic environment, I believe that we will start seeing more reports of what this device actually does. Again, not to discount cardiologists, because I think they're fabulous people and they have hard work to do. I don't think that they necessarily take the time to document the improvements in their patients' overall well-being, as well as another practitioner might be able to do.
So basically what we're looking at is we're looking at a device that will supercharge your healing. If you can't heal, you're going to supercharge your healing, because you can't get that type of blood flow any other way. There's no way that you're going to do it. Can we show them how it works?
Yeah. Marie, I got a quick question for you that I'd love it if you could answer. One of my clients reached out to me today, and his mom has some microvascular challenges in her heart.
Yes.
And so if you wouldn't mind talking a little bit about that right now, and I can direct them to this video later on.
Well, you're kind of catching me off my guard here, off my game. Again, when it comes to patients who are being treated by physicians, I cannot speak to that because I am not a doctor. And we would have to look at the patient's pathologies and what other things are going on in that patient. So it's not just one specific problem. And I am not, I'm not a physician, and I'm not qualified to answer that kind of a question. However, with that said, we can definitely do a little research and give you that data for your patient, and perhaps have a more concise answer for you.
So, does it affect circulation? Yes. Will it affect
Yes.
macro and micro circulation through any part of the body? Yes. But to a specific person?
It's hard to say.
Well, we won't say.
Fair. Yeah.
We won't
Okay.
say.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. So
You're welcome.
I'm going to fire up the machine here, and you'll watch Melissa. She's got everything strapped on, so we got her strapped in here with the. So there's air coming in here. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but there's air comes to each one of these, of the cuffs, and they'll fill up when her heart is
In resting.
in resting, and then when it's expanding, when it's pushing the blood through her body, they'll actually deflate, allowing the blood still to flow through her legs. But it's an incredible, like Marie already said, it's an incredible workout even when you're lying down. So I'm just going to fire up the fan here and get her going.
And as Melissa gets more peaceful, you'll see the rhythm gets more peaceful. You see how it slows down? So if her heart beats faster, it goes faster. Heart goes slower, it will go slower.
How does it feel, Melissa?
How does it feel, Melissa?
It feels great. I love it. I want it to be higher, but
You can increase it up to 6 psi. So
Go ahead,
6
do it.
pounds per square inch.
Bring it right
I
up.
don't know where she's at right now. Where's she at right now?
We're at 3.3 right now,
Okay.
and slowly climbing.
When you start, you probably want to start at a lower compression, but as she gets used to it, maybe second, third, fourth session, you can continue to increase it little by little until she can take all of the compression.
Yeah,
How does that feel? Where it's at?
yeah, it feels good.
we always started at 1.5, which is the lowest
Okay.
setting, and then progress it up until the client feels that that's where they want to be.
Excellent. Excellent. At 6 psi, you're going to get the maximum amount of perfusion. So that's what you want to strive for, although I have heard that patients even at 3.5 psi get a lot of benefit.
Whew,
Hoo-hoo.
the blood is flowing.
So just understand, everybody, that go do your research. You don't have to believe us, but go do your research, and you'll find nothing more powerful to bring your circulation back. And please get this: there isn't one so-called illness when there actually is no diseases. There is no illnesses. Guess what there is? Wherever you have pain, wherever you have swelling, wherever you have stiffness, you've got physical blocks of scar tissue crystallization. Now, what happens if we put more blood flow into scar tissue? It brings in oxygen, it brings in light, it brings in nutrition, and you turn scar tissue back into beautiful connective tissue. What happens if you've got crystallization that builds up? You know, you feel it in your feet. It feels like glass sometimes. Okay, you get a nerve pain. That's the crystallization or the calcification actually poking at your nerves. What happens when you get the blood flow up? Well, guess what? You'll move that out. Remember something. There is no diseases, okay, just physical blocks in the body, and we call that old age, and we call it diseases. Get the river flowing. Listen, if the river doesn't flow and it stagnates, okay, that's the problem. When you've got stagnation, you're going to get inflammation, which goes to scar tissue formation and crystallization. And it'll go all the way to stage 4 inflammation if you don't watch it. And that would be actually what they call cancer. And remember, cancer is not, it's decreased circulation and it's increased inflammation. If you can increase the circulation, you're going to decrease the what? The inflammation. All right? So anyways, I really came here because, would you like to tell them what your clinic's called, where it is, how they can get in touch with you? But Marie, is there anything that you would like to add? And I mean add or tell people so that they feel very comfortable in understanding about the cardio med bed.
Well, just to add to what you said, disease, it's really, I've been taught it's dis-ease. You're not at ease, right? You're at dis-ease. And I think what cancer cells hate more than anything is oxygen, right? So when it would make sense to get that those parts of the body oxygenated with some good, nutritious blood, right? And this device has been a game changer for many, many, many years in the cardiology environment. It has kept people alive. It has prolonged their overall well-being and health. And now we are very excited to bring this device to into the hands of the holistic environment, where I believe it's going to be used more so than in the cardiology environment. I would encourage anyone, whether they're in the chat or watching this video later, to do your research, like Carol said. But also, if you can have an opportunity to get on this device and see what it feels like, you will understand that this is something you want to either continue using or you want to offer to other people. And I've always said, if I get to a point where I get so old and so decrepit that I need this kind of therapy for my heart or otherwise, I would want this device to be available to me. But I'm not going to get to that point. I used to say that when I was much younger, and I have been working with these devices for 22 years now, and it's always been an incredibly positive experience with our physicians, with our clinicians, and you're very fortunate to have had this device brought into your country, and hopefully you'll be able to treat many, many, many patients and bring lots of health and well-being to the world.
We are definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, that is definitely,
that's
our goal. We're here to help people.
Yes, yes, so, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
So, if you're looking for us, our business name is Marpe Wellness, spelled M-A-R-P-E Wellness. We're in Airdrie, Alberta, and so we're both practitioners, and we both do the Wolf non-surgical. We have a cell sonic and the cardio med bed, so we have the Powerpack. Imagine coming in, getting a Perfect Day consult, and you get a Perfect Day consult from us. Melissa's incredible going through the nutrition, the nutraceuticals, the exercises, showing you how to detoxify yourself and improve your life before we even start working on you. And then we start working on you, and you have the ability and the access to have a bed like this help you to
release the toxins.
It's going to help you to release those toxins and also hit those goals that you're looking for. Mm-hmm. So we're very fortunate to have it. We're very excited to share it with a bunch of people and help people find the health that they're looking for.
And if I can say this, everyone, watch for what's called Cell Sonic World on Docstar TV. And everybody around the world that has a Powerpack, a cardio med bed, a Cell Sonic will be coming on to share testimonials of their patients, clients, and what happens. Just remember something: if you can use something that's 25,000 volts and put it into a field, into the cells, okay, and you can use the most powerful device for creating circulation in the body. Just watch for this show. These will be real people about real healing. And understand something, it's always been about circulation. Melissa, what would you like to say?
Well, I'm super excited to be the first patient in this bed. You know, I have a lot of blockages, physical blockages, that this machine is going to heal me. And I'm excited to be a testimonial for the CardioMed bed.
Yeah, we'll absolutely be our own testimonials. So if you're looking to become a testimonial, or not, just help yourself get healthy, reach out to us. info@marpaywellness.ca. Again, it's info@marpaywellness.ca, or call me directly, 403-200-3133. Happy to have a conversation with anybody who's got questions around this stuff. As Marie said, there's thousands upon thousands testimonials and documentation supporting, backing up this device and its ability to help you in different facets. So we're here to help. We're all here to help.
And one last thing, if you want to really get into the natural health, you know that if you end up getting a cardio med bed, we will give you a total New World Practitioner training. If you get a Cellsonic, you'll get another training, complete. And you might ask yourself, why would I want two? Because you can become a master trainer. And the reality is you can join a whole team of people that are like Jason and Melissa around the world, and then we team up together, and then we refer to each other.
Yeah.
Listen, this is about creating a BraveHeart nation. This is about helping people reclaim what was taken away from them. And that would be called not surviving, but thriving. Guys, would you like to finish it?
Go ahead. Final words?
I don't
May
know
I add
what...
one last thing?
Go ahead.
It's been our experience that we would have occasionally patients contact us and say, you know, I really would love this therapy, but there are no doctors in the area that are willing to treat me, or the device is too far away for me to get to, or you know, just a myriad of things. If the patient doesn't have a cardiology condition, a cardiac condition, and maybe wants to be treated for some sort of circulatory issue, or even wants to be treated post stroke, there will be doctors that will not treat those patients for that. And so how beautiful is it going to be having so many of you practitioners to refer to,
Right.
and really change patients' lives? You know, because you won't discriminate, right? You won't say, oh, well, you're not a cardiac patient. You'll say, come on by, we'll treat you, right?
It's actually
so this is fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
the people that
fantastic
don't have
you
the
are
cardiac
available.
issues, that's what excites me, because we can do
Yes.
so much more than just treating the
Absolutely.
cardiac
Absolutely.
patients.
This
So
isn't
much
just
more.
this isn't for just critical care. This
Yeah.
is for
Prevention.
preventing
Exactly.
thousands of different symptoms that turn into diseases. And I do want to say one last thing, because I don't want to give people the wrong impression. Is this like a brand new unit?
This is like a brand new unit.
Well, we want to thank Marie here, because
Yeah.
they are getting these units out of hospitals, and they have asked us, and I told you they're $150,000 to $250,000. Well, we've made a deal with them, and they refurbished them brand new, even the cups, everything, right?
Yeah.
And the reality is you'll pay $35,000 for a cardio med bed plus a whole New World Practitioner training. Understand something. If you don't think we're on a mission, you don't know who we are. We're on a mission to prove to the world that, guess what? The body hasn't forgot how to heal itself. And when you learn to take massive personal action and decide that you want your life back, okay, I'm going to tell you, our practitioners are going to do that for you. We'll give you a money-back guarantee in all our treatments. Okay, the first treatment that you come for with Wolf Non-Surgical, we'll give you a money-back guarantee with your Perfect Day Consult that we are going to deliver to you. You'll get the Perfect Day Manual, and you'll get, actually, how about this, unlimited calling. Okay, so we're not going to be tabulating your calls. You could call 20 times a week. Understand, Health is a language, and all we want to teach you is unconditional love, that you deserve to be healthy.
Yeah, so again, our name is Marpe Wellness in Airdrie, Alberta. Info at Marpe Wellness, M-A-R-P-E wellness.ca, or 403-200-3133. This isn't for the ill only. This is for anybody who is looking to better their life, help to sustain their life, extend their life, and just wants to try it out. Give us a call. If you want to try it out, give us a call. We'll talk. We can explain what we do. You can come to our clinic and we can show you what we have available and how we treat our clients, and you can decide from there if we're the right fit for you.
Don't become a statistic, become the minority, okay? And keep what you got.
You don't know what you don't know. I've heard that so many times and I continue to say it. So if you don't know much about this, make some phone calls, do your own research, but Daryl's giving you some great websites to check out. We have some information. Marie has some information. We've got tons of people who are here to help give you the information you're looking for
To take your life back.
so that you can take your life back today.
Gentle baby steps.
Absolutely.
Well said.
Thanks so much, Marie. We really appreciate you coming on and helping us
it's my
explain.
pleasure, and I'm so excited to see it in action and in its proper spot. And these devices are like hotcakes. They're selling like hotcakes, and we are glad that you got yours and got yourself in line ahead of everybody else, because it's crazy out there, gangbusters.
Well, and we definitely...
Marie, I just want to thank you for the opportunity so that we could actually create a Powerpack for people, and that we can actually...
It's my pleasure. I need to thank you for bringing this to a different focus, to a different light, because you would never have had this kind of exposure if this device remained in the hands of, the medical community. Again, how many things are out there that just die in the medical community? Everything that you said about diet, and everything that you said about detoxification, and all of these things, they die in most physician offices. They don't teach that. And obviously, if I've always been rather health conscious, and my daughter was 2 years old, and she would say, "Mommy, why are you exercising? You're thin. Why do you do that?" 2, 3 years old, "Mommy, why do you exercise? You're not fat." And I'm like, well, because I want to live a really long time, so I can see you grow up, and I can see your babies and their babies. And she would just not get it. But now that she's 22 years old, she says, "Yeah, Mom, I get it." And it certainly rubbed off on her and my son, and so they live a really healthful lifestyle. And a lot of people didn't get that benefit, that education from their parents, so they're learning it. So we need to be those voices. We need to be those instructors to people, so that people feel better about themselves, and just really together we can build a better, happier, more loving world. That's all I want.
Absolutely.
If this does it, then fantastic. Let's treat more. Let's treat more people, as many as we can.
This has been a passion of ours for a long time, and
Wow.
getting to train under Dr. Daryl Wolf and having access to the people like you that Dr. Daryl talks to all the time, it's just, you don't get this anywhere else. So to become a practitioner with under his umbrella, the BraveHeart Nation, it's an opportunity you're not going to get anywhere else, which is incredible.
Exactly.
And I mean, for us, as the passion is for us to do this, it's our passion to help people, help you learn healthy living lifestyle opportunities.
Exactly.
Because people don't know what they don't know, but so many people have this mindset, have been told like what they're doing now is healthy, what their weight level is right now, or their mindset is healthy, when it's not. Or here's a pill that'll fix it. Right. You don't have to do pills anymore, guys. Like, there's a clean, healthy option. God put this stuff on our earth for us to help us. And, you know, Daryl's gone above and beyond to find the best high vibrational, highest energy nutraceuticals out there that came from the earth.
Right.
And being able to work with the best of the best, it puts us in a position where we're getting the best out of us for our clients.
Yeah.
So it really is mind-blowing, even for us, with where our passion and dream lies to help people out. We have confidence that I never thought we would have. I wasn't expecting to have, and you know, it's all because of the team we have surrounding us. So yeah, I could go on for hours about, you know,
Right.
everything that we've been able to do and the people that we've been surrounded with on this journey. And the great thing is anybody who calls us, you're getting those people as part of us.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
I've called Daryl up in the middle of the day with a client sitting in front of me, and we call him up and we get the answers we were looking for. Maybe not the answer you wanted to hear, but it was the truth, it was the facts, and is what you needed to hear, basically. So,
Exactly.
yeah. Anyways, guys, it's been fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. It was a real pleasure. I wish you much success and happy treating people.
Great. Thanks so much,
Good luck to
Marie.
you both.
Thank you,
Good luck to
Marie.
both.
So,
Yeah, once again, our clinic here in Airdrie, Alberta is called Marpe Wellness. You can email us at info@marpewellness.ca, or you can call us at 403-200-3133. We look forward to hearing from you.
find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram. We're there too. Have a great night, guys.
Yes. Thanks for joining
Good
us.
night. Good night.